link. It says prepare to live stream
Okay, just
meeting.
Shouldn't we have more people in the waiting room than 23? I'm just saying.
Okay, we're live on YouTube right now.
Okay, let me send this link. You guys can see it, right? Okay, perfect. All right, I'll let people in now, and then I'll screen share and let people in. You guys can all see this, right? Oh, actually, you guys have to let people in. Or actually, I might be able to. Yeah, I can. Okay, can someone also monitor the live stream in case if things don't look normal on there or like turn out? Like,
It's okay, yeah, live stream looking, yeah, live stream's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna let people in right now. Hi, everyone. Okay, we'll get started in 1 minute at 2 p.m. All right, we'll give people another minute to come in and then we'll get started. All right, so I think we can get started. So first of all, welcome to the Future of Cyberspace, Information Security and Digital Forensics. And this is presented by Elevate the Future SD, which is a nonprofit. And we're going to be basically teaching you about cybersecurity through this program. And it's going to include workshops, as well as a Capture the Flag challenge, and also really incredible speakers. So yeah, we're excited to get started. A really quick note before we begin. So this class and future classes will be live streamed to YouTube to allow those who are unable to join the Zoom to learn along with the material. Due to a sponsor and our partnership restrictions from the funding we received, the Zoom is limited to girls only. So we encourage everyone who can't join, you can feel free to share our live stream link. One of our instructors can put that in the chat as well. And anyone who can't join can also be able to view the material and all the content that we're going to be teaching you guys through this YouTube live stream. Also, another note is that while we encourage participation with your cameras on, so we really would love to see more faces and more engagement, We will also, due to the live stream, if you didn't sign the photo release form, please keep your cameras off. All right, so first an introduction to what exactly the Future of Cyberspace program actually is. This is essentially a free virtual cybersecurity program for girls, and it's funded by the Department of Defense, National Center for Women in Technology, and more. So our program will include a 4-part series of workshops taught by Cyber Patriot National Champions. And for those of you who may not be familiar with Cyber Patriot, it is the world's largest cybersecurity competition. We'll also have speakers from the Naval Information Warfare System Command, ex-Microsoft speakers, and from DEF CON, which is one of the largest hacking and hacker conferences. So yeah, we're really excited for our speakers, which will be talking about different topics of their expertise. And finally, our event will end off with a Capture the Flag competition, which also includes cash prizes for all of our for the top performance in this. All right, so a little bit more about the program, exactly how it's going to look like. First of all, I just want to thank all of our sponsors who made this event possible. So this includes the National Center for Women in Technology, the Department of Defense, Apple, Google, Northrop Grumman, Amazon, Walmart, the Televisa Foundation, and the Cognizant USA Foundation. So this is what really brought this program to life and how we're able to make this the quality that we're able to deliver. So for a quick rundown of the schedule, the program will run from April 10th, so starting today, and go towards April 25th. By the way, all the times listed here and in the previous emails are in PST. So today's class and workshop will be focused on cyber ethics, and it will run from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And then in tomorrow's workshop, which is workshop number 2, we'll also have our speaker event number 1. So we'll be going over cybersecurity present day and the future. And our speaker will be talking about threat modeling with AI and ML. And then our second speaker event will occur on Friday from 3 to 3:40 p.m. And it will be about cybersecurity in the industry. Our next workshop will be covering computer networking, internet protocols, and encoding. And this will happen next Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. And then finally, our last workshop will cover digital forensics and will be the following Sunday at 2 to 4 p.m. as well. Then, like I mentioned, we'll have our Elevate the Future SD's Cyber Challenge, which is a Capture the Flag format. And this will include a lot of online digital forensics challenges, and it will last about 2 days from the 23rd to the 24th. So this will give you plenty of time to try to attempt all these challenges and get in the running for the cash prizes as well. So utilizing all of your knowledge to really complete these real world challenges. And finally, we will have our closing ceremony, and our speaker from the Department of Defense and the Naval Warfare will be talking about her topic as well. And we'll also be giving out and announcing the final winners and awards for the Capture the Flag Challenge. All right, so just to give you guys a better idea about the team that has been really behind the challenge, we'll just go through really fast and quickly introduce ourselves and also our previous experience with cybersecurity. So I'll go first. Hi, I'm Ellen, and some of my experience with cybersecurity has been this year. I recently became with my team the Cyber Patriot 13 National Champion. I'm also a 3-time Cyber Patriot National Finalist, and my team got 2nd place in the California Cyber Innovation Challenge. I was the person who helped secure the funding for this event and really got the money that we need to hold this event. And all of the rest of the team has also been working really hard in different aspects to make this event come to life. So yeah, we'll just have a quick round of introductions.
All right, hi guys. I'm Akshay. So for experiences with cyber, I was the Cyber Patriot 11 middle school national champion, and this year, with Ellen, I was the Cyber Patriot 13 national champion. We were a finalist in the California Cyber Innovation Challenge. I was part of the 2019 SoCal Cyber Cup champion, and this just past week, I was competing in the National Cyber Scholarship Competition and placed 18th out of 3,277 people. And for this event, I kind of led the whole project. I worked on curriculum and I worked on the actual cyber challenge itself.
Hi guys, my name is Alvin, and similarly to before me, I am also the Cyber Patriot Season 13 National Champion, as well as Cyber Patriot 11. And I'm also a California Cyber Innovation Challenge finalist, as well as SoCal Cyber Cup champion. And I'm also a 3-time Cyber Patriot National finalist.
Hi guys, I'm Rodwan. I also do Cyber Patriot. I was the Cyber Patriot 12 or a Cyber Patriot 12 national finalist. This past season, Cyber Patriot, I earned the California State Award. I also love competing in CTFs and things like that. And for this event, I helped out with the curriculum and some planning for the final competition.
Oh yeah, I'm Rohan. I was Cyber Patriot 12 and 13 national champion. I was also California Cyber Innovation Challenge finalist and 2019-2020 SoCal Cyber Cup finalist and a National Cyber Scholarship 2021. I was 45th out of 3,277 teams. And I worked on both the curriculum and the Cyber Challenge, and I'll be teaching lesson 3.
Hey guys, I'm Audit. So I was the Cyber Patriot 11 national champion. I'm a 2-time Cyber Patriot national finalist. I also won the 2019 and 2020 SoCal Cyber Cup champion. For this event, I worked on the curriculum and the CTF, and I'll be teaching the first workshop, which is today.
I'm Safin, and I'm a Cyber Patriot, 2-time Cyber Patriot national champion this year and the year before. I was also a CCIC, so California Cyber Innovation Challenge finalist, and same with SoCal Cyber Cup, and I also competed in the National Cyber Scholarship Competition, and I placed 16th. So, for this class, I did some of the curriculum, and I worked on creating challenges.
Hi guys, I'm Sanvi. I am a 3-time semifinalist in Cyber Patriot. In 2018, I was also a SoCal Cyber Cup finalist, and my team and I got 3rd place. For this event, I was in charge of the marketing aspect.
All right, so that was our core team who worked on this event. Also, Nicole's not here, but she also worked on marketing this event, really making the Instagram post that you may have seen on our Instagram. So yeah, this is all of our team, and many of these people who just introduced themselves will also be instructing this event. So yeah. All right, so moving on into our speakers. Our speakers come from really distinguished backgrounds, and we're really excited for them to share their expertise with all of you guys in the coming weeks. So first of all, we have Deanna Kelly, and she is the ex-cybersecurity field CTO of Microsoft, and she's also the co-founder and CTO of Security Curve. So a little bit more about her. Her cybersecurity career spans over 30 years, and she was previously, like I mentioned, the cybersecurity field CTO for Microsoft, the global executive security advisor at IBM Security, and also a plethora of other experiences within cybersecurity. She has also been named one of Cybersecurity Venture's 100 most fascinating females fighting cybercrime. So she has really done a lot in the field of cybersecurity. And like I mentioned before, she'll be giving her talk on threat modeling with AI and machine learning, something that's really relevant today and something that she also has been working on as part of her extensive career in cybersecurity as well. So our next speaker will be Ted Harrington, and he is the founder of IoT Village in DEF CON and also a #1 best-selling author. So a little bit more about him. His company is made up of all ethical hackers, and they've been doing security assessments and security consulting for a really long time. So for example, they were the first company to ever hack the iPhone with ethical hacking, and they're also the first company to ever hack the Android OS. They've also discovered a lot of security vulnerabilities within medical devices, IoT devices, password managers, and cryptocurrency wallets. And for example, some of the big companies that his company has discovered vulnerabilities in has been General Electric, Apple, Google, Verizon, and many more. So he has a lot of experience with ethical hacking, and he's going to be talking about his journey to where he is today, and also more about cybersecurity in the industry. And our final speaker is Jara Tripiano, and she is the Senior Scientific Technical Manager for Cybersecurity Engineering at NAVWAR, or the Naval Warfare. And she has a lot of experience within the naval warfare. So she's also the division head for cybersecurity engineering. And she's done a lot within the field as part of naval warfare. And she'll be presenting and helping to speak at our award ceremony as part of our sponsorship or the partnership with the DoD. All right, so before we get started into the event, we would love to just take a few minutes for you guys to fill out our pre-survey. So I guess one of the instructors can put this link in the chat, but this should only take 1 to 2 minutes, and it'll really give us a better idea of who our audience really is and more about you guys. So this is necessary for the rest of the program as well. So make sure you just take this minute to fill this out. While you're doing that, I also wanted to mention a quick note that you should have all received, or your parents should have received, a consent and receive a release form, which was emailed prior to the start of this event. And if you haven't filled that out as well, please do so, so you'll be able to attend our future classes. All right, so we can take a minute to fill out the survey. It'd be helpful if you could let us know when you're done as well. And for those of you who joined after I mentioned this in the beginning, just wanted to remind that this will be live streamed. So to allow people who weren't able to attend the event to look at the live stream and be able to look at all our curriculum as well. So yeah, if you, we would love to have all of your cameras on, but if you didn't sign the photo release form, or if you're not comfortable, I guess having your cameras on, that's totally fine. All right, so I think we'll give a few more seconds for you guys to finish it up. But after that, we'll be starting and going right into the class. All right, so I think all of you guys should fill out this form. If not, don't worry. Please fill it out when you get the chance to. But yeah, with that, let's just get started. So our first workshop will be about cybersecurity ethics, and the lead instructor, the person who's going to be teaching this class, is Audit Gupta. So I'll stop screen sharing. And if you have any questions about any part of the curriculum or any questions in general, feel free to type it in the chat, or you can also unmute and
Okay, so before we go into the first workshop, I'm going to be doing a quick course introduction for you guys. So let me screen share real quick. So my name's Akshay. I've kind of led this whole class and course and development of it. So I'm just gonna give you like a quick overview of what we're gonna learn, what you can expect from it, and how it's kind of gonna be helpful to you in your everyday life. So the course, right? So you're gonna be learning how these main concepts. So things like staying safe online and identifying scams, the importance of cybersecurity and your possible opportunities within the field. You're going to learn about the conceptual knowledge of how networks and the internet work. You're going to learn how to use and interact with various internet protocols. And you're also going to learn some common digital forensic techniques. And the most important thing I want to stress when we're doing this class, you'll see that this will show up every time we do a presentation, is that any of the things you learn are not supposed to be used offensively against a target without permission. So, you know, you can't go around and be looking at websites and poking around with them to see if they're vulnerable, unless you have explicit permission or it's your own website. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Then the course. So things to look forward to. You're going to learn real world skills that you'll be able to apply at almost any job that has anything to do with computing, not just cybersecurity. You're going to be able to listen to cybersecurity experts who are and have been very involved with the industry itself. Ellen mentioned these speakers earlier. And you're also going to get the opportunity to apply your knowledge and win items from a $500 prize pool. So the course is made up of about 4 workshops. So as Ellen mentioned, today we're doing cyber ethics. And so things like staying safe online and identifying phishing and scams. Workshop 2 is going to be about cybersecurity in the industry, statistics, why cybersecurity is important. And we're also going to be working on an Azure Lab setup, which is kind of like a virtualized area for you to use all the tools we teach you. Workshop 3 is going to be about internet protocols and networking. So you're going to learn how networks work, how the internet works, and internet protocols like HTTP and HTTPS that let and things like TCP that let everything work together. And in workshop 4 is going to be a digital forensic techniques. So how to find data in places that hackers might have left things, malicious actors, stuff like that. And we're also going to introduce to you on that day the ETFSD Cyber Challenge. And then so the ETF Cyber Challenge, a quick overview of that, is it's going to be a cybersecurity challenge that our instructors have developed. It's going to be similar to a Capture the Flag event if you've ever heard of those. And you will get to apply all the knowledge you've learned this course and get the chance to win prizes. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the course introduction. And then now we'll go over to Audit, and he's going to start teaching you guys about cyber ethics.
Yeah, let's do a quick share screen. All right, so can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, my name's Audit. So we'll be doing first workshop. So like Akshay said, any of the skills you use, don't use them without explicit permission. And lesson 1 will be cyber ethics. So ethics and staying safe. So first I want to talk about your PII, which is personally identifiable information. So that's basically from your name to your address, your phone number, all that information that you would probably want your parents or not that like your parents to know, not like strangers or any people you don't know. So also you want to stay off of websites that take too long to load or have weird level domain names such as .xyz, .dk, .cf. So you should stick to .com, .org, or like .gov, which is the government's websites, or .edu, which is usually educational institutes. Also, you always want to go to URLs that start with HTTPS. The S means security, security. Any websites with HTTP cannot be secure, and when you're going to the website and sending data to it, it's not sending it securely. So you would always want to stick to HTTPS. Also stay away from deals slash offers that sound too good. So like if a person says online that a $500 Amazon gift card for free, if you just do that survey, that can be not the best. That's not the best idea. Just give your information for that because it's just too good to be true because no one's going to give you free money online. Oops. And then also install trustworthy antivirus software. So if you're on a Windows computer, there's usually Windows Defender, which is pretty good. And online, you can probably find better antivirus softwares, which basically help to see, which scan your whole file system to find any viruses or bad things that shouldn't be there. So also staying safe online. So don't click any links or pop-ups from unknown sources. So those links can probably maybe download something on your file system and hurt your files or hurt your system. Maybe reset it and lose all your data, or even take your data and share it with other people. You should also keep your computer safe by updating it frequently. So if you're on Windows, they have constant updates sent to you, and you should always download and install them. Same with MacBook and other operating systems. And then also set strong passwords, usually 8 to 10 characters with a mix of uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and special characters. Having more characters will be better so people can't crack them, or it'll take longer for them to crack your passwords with more characters. And don't use the same password for all of your accounts. Have multiple passwords for different accounts, like your school, like your email, maybe any important website for you, just have different passwords set up there. So if one person gets your password, they can't use it for all your accounts. Proper and ethical behavior online. So don't dox people. Doxing is basically if you know someone in real life, your friend or something, don't expose their information on a virtual environment or like some messaging environment or anything. Keep that safe. Always think twice before hitting the send button. So always read the message you're sending before, because once it's on the internet, it can't be taken away. So that's also your digital footprint. It'll always be there. You can never erase it or take it away. Do not share malicious links / softwares with others. So that's basically hurting other people. Don't send that because you don't want that to be sent to you as well. Don't share inappropriate material online. It's the same thing with like you wouldn't want to say that to someone in person, something inappropriate or say something bad to them. So it's the same thing online. And then also if you have higher privileges for an online environment, don't abuse those powers. So that can be from any messaging place, like from Discord to anything. It can be from anything. Just don't abuse those powers and use it into your advantage. So cyber values. So these are 3 cyber values that you should like listen to, I guess. So first one would be understand confidentiality. Wait, so being able to keep important security methods and practices secret when asked to do so. So just basically keep a secret. If someone tells you something, just keep those security methods to yourself. Have integrity. So stick to the cyber ethics that are being taught to you today. And then third one is follow the rules / law. Don't exploit a piece of software that is proprietary. So you make sure to have the proper permissions without before doing anything. So follow the rules / law. Same like in school, do that in the online environment as well. And then types of malware, what type of things can come to your system? So these are different ones from virus, rootkit, DDoS, botnet, spoofing, Trojan, ransomware, and worm. These are all viruses that are out there and can be installed from clicking any link to anything when you go to a website. So just make sure that don't click anything wrong or anything like that, because these things can come and hurt your whole computer network. And yeah. So let's do a main room activity. Ellen, do you want to launch a poll?
Yeah, so we'll now learning about like all of the things that Audit mentioned, we'll be launching a quick poll to see how well you guys have understood like what we talked about so far. So let me launch it now. Let me know if you guys can see the poll. And there's 3 questions and scenarios that you guys can try to answer. All right, so it looks like we're still waiting on 6 more people to cast their votes. Then we can talk about votes. Also, later on in today's workshop, we'll also be going through breakout room activities. So we'll be having you guys play a fun cyber ethics game where you can apply your knowledge that we went through. And also you guys will be going on an actual like website that our instructors created, and you can see if you can spot the signs that it may be like a fake malicious website. It's not actually malicious, but it's just a fun activity for you guys to actually get hands-on and try to identify these things. And we'll finally end the class with a Kahoot. So that's what's coming up. All right, I think most people have cast their votes, so we can probably talk about each one of these. Seems like most of you guys did pretty well. Share results.
Okay. So question 1 was, you have been wandering on a public forums and found a link to a large list of usernames and passwords for a large streaming service. Should you use the account on the link? So if someone wants to say their answer or put in the chat, they can right now, and we can talk about that. You can also private message it to me. Okay, yeah. So I have gotten some. So yes, it was B, which is no. Because you don't want to click on, you don't want to give those username and passwords away. You just want to leave it away, leave it alone, and just keep going on your day. So question 2, yeah, so no. So question 2 was, someone in your grade posts incorrect information about you on Instagram, claiming you're a liar and a bad friend, even accusing you of things that you did not do. What did you do? Someone want to put that in the chat, their answer? Yeah, C. Report the account to Instagram and inform the appropriate teachers/counselors. You should always report the people if anything is going on. Like in school, when you see bullying or something, you should always report that, and that's the same for an online environment. Question 3, you watch an online streamer and someone received personal information on them, including address, phone number, and email. What do you do with that information? Yeah, it's B. Do your best to report the incident to the streamer or their management team, even though you might not be able to contact them directly and remove their information from your possession. You don't want to sell that data because you're taking someone else's data and using it to your own personal benefit. Distribute it among your friends and brag about it. That's not the best option, and keep it to yourself and never use information unless you really need it for some reason. You would always want to report that incident so that other people can't find about that information, and you want to help that streamer as well. So now I want to talk about identification of phishing and scams. So what is that? Phishing, the fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information or data. So basically someone trying to take your username or passwords or your personal information. And then a scam is a dishonest scheme or a fraud. So have you heard like people say that you've been scammed or scamming people? And so phishing can be referred as an electronic scam. So online virtual scam. So about 92% of malware attacks are via malicious emails, and about 97% of people cannot identify a phishing email from a real one. And I'll be talking about what even is a phishing email and how can you determine if it was a phishing email or not. So let's go to this website, if someone can put in the chat that website. And also, I want to talk about this email. So basically the scenario was I got this email from some random email address saying that I can get free Roblox Cash free Roblox Cash by going to this website. But when we go to the website, we see this. So can someone tell me in the chat or unmute themselves to say why this is not maybe a Roblox website that can give me free cash, or why I should not put my Roblox account username or password? Yeah, the domain is .app. Usually when you go to roblox.com, it's usually the .com domain name, and this one has .vercel.app, which we can is not the best to be trusted with your username. It isn't spelled right. So spelling mistakes, yeah, in the email, there's spelling mistakes, and on the website. Robux and account, usually it should be full account. And also here in the placeholders. And yeah, this is like a website where you wouldn't want to just put your your username and password here, because even in the subject line right here, it says urgent, free with emojis. That can be trusted. And then also here, if you can see the email address, worldtrust02@gmail.com. That's not a trusted email, usually sent from Roblox. Yeah. And then we have some few more examples here. So the first one is this bottom left email. Do you guys know why this might be a phishing email or an email you shouldn't trust or click the link?
Arctic, could you go in present mode so then
Yeah.
everybody can see it?
Lack of detail, yeah. There's not enough detail. What's like delay in payroll, what payroll? Give more information about that in the subject line, maybe. Yeah, my name isn't John. Well, yeah, that could technically, yeah, my name isn't John. So yeah. Tracking info. Where does it say tracking info? Okay, well, one more thing is the link. It just says URL/W. So, and it doesn't have HTTPS in the link. And also the punctuation is incorrect right here. It just has a period and then the link. And then another, what about the IRS email? Why is that a phishing email or something that can't be sent? Oh, okay. So important note at the bottom. Also, one reason can be IRS usually never sends you emails. They would always send you a paper mail. Yeah. Then there's also the copyright stuff. Yeah. The third one, the Walmart email. So that has in bold $1,000. So you should never trust someone giving you, like we talked about before. The email is also incorrect. And even the Gmail, which was sent to it, says by this message it's spam. So you can clearly tell it's a spam email. And it also sounds good to be true. And yeah. So breakout room activities, we're gonna do some activities in the breakout room.
Wait, 1 second before we move on. I just wanted to say that like a lot of these emails, some of them, like the Walmart one, may have seen like more like phishing than the others, but it's actually surprisingly, there's like a surprisingly high number of these emails that actually happen, and a lot of people actually click on these. So for example, a lot of these companies also get a lot of these phishing emails. A lot of times, if one of their employees clicks on one of the links, then that whole company can also get like the malware, and a lot of like different attacks are actually through phishing emails. So yeah, that's why it's so important. And like the IRS one, if you weren't paying attention, it might actually seem very legit. But if you know these signs, then it's a lot. You can stay a lot safer and be more aware about the potential like risks that come with clicking on links for these emails. So, yeah, great job. You guys had lots of great answers in the chat. All right, so like Audit mentioned, we can move into our breakout room activities now. So I'll be splitting everyone up into breakout rooms, and in each breakout room, there'll be one of our instructors. So if you have any questions or even want them to review something, like for example, the slide about like the types of malware or anything that might have passed by pretty fast that you want them to review again, that's totally fine as well. And yeah, so we'll be doing these activities in the breakout room. Let's create the breakout rooms now. All right. The breakout room should be open now, so feel free to join. And in these activities, you'll also be applying some more of the things you learned to identify these. Okay, thanks, Audit. That's great. Wait,
Wait,
Akshay,
so which
are you-
room does not have someone right now? Hold on.
Looks like room.
5, right? Room 5. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
go
yeah.
there.
Okay, for everyone watching the live stream, I will screen share the breakout room slides as well, so you can feel free to look at them. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to type it in the YouTube live stream chat as well. So let me start sharing screen. All right, so the first one is for looking at these emails and trying to identify if anything. All right, so for everyone who's listening to the live stream, you might have seen that there's a few things that look off in these emails. So first of all, in the first email on the left, you can see that it says like your account has been blocked, and then it has like 219, and then says you have exceeded the number of 3 failed login attempts. So it's a little bit unclear, and it looks like there might be some sort of like spelling or some like line break error with these numbers. And also you can see that there's a grammar issue with it says to unlock your account, please your account, which doesn't really make sense. So this is also signs that this may be a phishing email. Also, you can see that like in general, the email doesn't look that professional. So there's like a random line break before "thank you for cooperation," and yeah, usually if you get a type of banking email, it won't look too much like this. So they'll probably put a lot more information, and there won't be this many grammar or line break issues. The ones on the right, this is another phishing email. First of all, you can just see that the link is very suspicious. We talked about HTTP versus HTTPS, and HTTP is less secure. So HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, and it includes SSL, which means that it's encrypted. So this is not encrypted. This is not HTTPS. So that's another sign that this may not be as secure of a site. And also you can see that it's redirecting you to an like IP address. Usually professional like websites will have a URL. So it looks like this may be something that is hosted on something that's not as reliable as well. And yeah, in general, this email looks very unprofessional. And it also refers to you as dear like Citibank internet banking customer. And this might not be as big of the issue as the URL, but also usually they might refer to your name. So this might show that they don't actually know who you are. And yeah, this in general doesn't look too like professional and too legit as well. All right, so the second activity is actually to go on this link and to play the game Cyber Champion. So this is a really fun cyber ethics game, and it's created by Pranav Patil, he won the Congressional App Challenge with this game as well. So yeah, you can utilize your skills to try and play this game. It's a scenario-based game, so you can pretend like you're the actual character and you're trying to navigate through a lot of these cyber ethics and cyber security safety practices. And yeah, try to do your best and let us know how far you get. I think this is a really great way to also learn about these different types of attacks. And if you do finish that up and want to try out a new game, we also include another game that's made by Google called Interlens. Have fun with it. Okay, so I can also show you guys what this looks like. When you go to the game, you should see this, and you can, I already clicked, but you can see that there's like an easy mode and a not easy mode. So, but let's get started. So you can use the arrow keys, and you can see that you can read the choices, or you can like press enter, and you have like different things you can move around. So it's like a scenario-based game, and you can read these posts. So you can see that there's different scenarios. Even if you're just browsing, do you accept the challenge? Oh, yeah, so you can just play around with this. Yeah, so you see like there's scenarios where your friend tells you about new games. So yeah, that's what this whole activity is about, and it should be pretty fun to actually get you to think about all these scenarios and what you would do, because a lot of these scenarios that you might think may be safe or there's a lot of misconceptions. This is just a really great way to. All right, so I'm gonna uh, go check up on some of the other rooms, but feel free to continue playing this game. We'll be back in the main room for Kahoot and more instruction about the activities. So yeah, have fun with the game. And if you want to play the second game as well, that one's actually developed by Google and it's really fun. Yeah, both games are really fun. So feel free to jump on that as well while I go check up on